Okay. Who was the British commander in Jhansi in 1857 war?
So I guess Hugh Ross, sir.
Okay, good. And can you tell me a little bit about the history of Orcha Palace?
So I'm not that aware of history of Orcha Palace, but all I know that it's a sacred place of Raja Ramchand ji, and many foreigners also visit there. Also, a few years back, it has been declared as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. That's all. That's all.
Last year, there was this controversy around this Jain shrine in Jharkhand.
Yes,
Can
sir.
you, can you tell me about it?
So I don't remember the place where it was the issue raised, but all it was
Parasnath
about.
है? Parasnath है?
Yes, sir. Parasnath place. But it was all about that Jain shrine was there. But people used to eat meat and chicken and also drink over there. So many Jain people objected about it, and then created a whole soul, um, against it. They went against it, and they also raised many issues in the media, as well as they also filed a court case also.
Okay. Do you know this practice of Santhara?
I'm not aware of. Sorry.
Okay. Let's go to the Mediterranean shores
Yes,
and
sir.
tell me what is the significance of Mediterranean Sea in global trade?
So the significance of the areas around Mediterranean Sea is called the Levant area, and its significant is quite influential for India and its neighbors also. Recently, there are many projects also going with countering China's Belt and Road Initiative.
For
The
example,
So, for example, India Middle East Economic Corridor that has been extended from India to Greece. These corridors are very influential for US also and for India as well, because many trade routes are going from there, and energy trade on the raw materials, the natural gas and the petroleum pipelines. These are all in very in progress, and the trade is also in progress there. So these are all the advancements that are going on.
why is
These
the
are
Dead
all to.
why is the Dead Sea called the Dead Sea?
So I guess the Dead Sea is called the Dead Sea because of high density there,
High
and
density of what?
high density of water, sir.
High density of water?
Yes, sir. That's all I know
Okay.
about Dead Sea.
Where is it located?
So the Dead Sea, I don't know. Sorry.
Can you tell me the countries bordering Caspian Sea?
So the countries bordering Caspian Sea are Kazakhstan and the Syria, Iraq, and
Sorry,
that's all I know.
are you sure?
So I'm not well sure about that. I only know about Kazakhstan.
Okay. Uh, Now let me ask you about uh, this rebel group called Houthis. Where is
Yes,
it
sir.
based? And can you tell me more about it, about this group?
So the Houthis are based in Yemen. The ongoing conflict in Israel and Palestine is highly impacted by the militant group Houthis and the militant group
Mhm.
Hezbollah. The
Mhm.
Israel is getting very much dominated by the Houthis, because the trade, when Israel makes some trade to the through the Middle East to India on the Pacific Ocean nations, so it has to go through the Red Sea and the Bab el Mandeb Strait. The
Mhm.
Houthis are not capturing actually, but they are dominating that area. So it is very difficult for them to conduct trade from there. So this is the significance of how they are operating from Yemen, basically southern Yemen, and this is the main conflict.
Who is backing the Houthi rebels?
So Iran, I guess Iran is backing the Saudi rebels, because there is a conflict also going on between Iran and Saudi Arabia. So the 2016, I guess, the matter escalated between Iran and Saudi Arabia. Then also Yemen backed Iran in suppressing Saudi Arabia military.
Suez Canal, have you heard about it?
Yes, sir. So it's Canal Award.
When was it opened to international traffic?
So I'm not aware of that. It's basically in Egypt. I know about that, but I don't know when it was.
Can you tell me the major ethnic tribes in South Sudan?
No, sir, I'm not. Sorry.
Okay. Boko Haram is based in which country?
Sorry, sir.
Boko Haram is based in which country?
Sorry, sir. I don't know.
Okay. Now, name three major insurgent groups in India's northeast region.
So major insurgent groups in northeast regions, which are causing left-wing extremism, is all Tripura Tiger Force, as I can remember, the Gairo National Liberation Army, and the Akhil Bharat Nepali Ekta Samaj. Also, there is a group called National Liberation Army of Tripura.
Can you think of more
So,
important ones?
so there's also one insurgent group called Nationalist Social Council of Nagaland, and that's all.
Tell me,
I
tell
can
me
remember these.
what are the major factions of Nationalist Socialist Council of Nagaland, NSCN? Major factions.
So the major factions include they are promoting the insurgency of Rohingyas, also the militant groups which are
You
getting
did not hear
increased.
the question. I asked, what are the major factions of NSCN?
So I'm not aware of that. Sorry, sir, but I'll try to find it.
Which insurgency is called the mother of all insurgencies?
It's mother of all, and I don't know, sir. Sorry.
Okay. Uh, Tell me, what is the significance of Andaman and Nicobar Islands in India's, maritime security?
So the significance of Andaman and Nicobar Islands in maritime security is very influential because the Indian Ocean and the whole of South, as China's influence is getting very much influence as it has created a Hambantota port in Sri Lanka. Also, there is a conflict going on between China and ASEAN countries because of the nine dash line, which has created a huge chaos in the Indo-Pacific Ocean. So I guess creating a base or a military base in Andaman and Nicobar will be very influential for India's strategic policies.
Do we have a military base in Andaman and Nicobar Islands?
So I'm not aware of that, but I think that they will be having that.
Does Indian Armed Forces have Tri-Services Command anywhere?
Tri-Services Command. Sorry, sir, I don't.
Okay. Okay, tell me about the fisherman issue in Sri Lankan waters near the Gulf of Mannar.
So the fishermen issues going on there. I guess the main issue there is about the waters there, because the Tamil Nadu people are considering it's their waters and the Sri Lankan people are considering it's their waters. So I guess the Tamil Nadu people are very has a very negative impact on Sri Lankan people that it's our waters and we have to conduct the
But
fishing.
what is the issue? What is the issue? Explain to me.
So I'm not properly aware of the proper issues.
Okay. Can you tell me what are the major borders India shares with Pakistan?
So the major borders India shares with Pakistan is first of all the LOC, which is the line of control, and then with Punjab also, which is also the Wagah border, and then with that's all I know. Two borders I know.
Why should we select you in the Intelligence Bureau?
So the thing which I know about the analytical skills in India, because I have done my bachelor's in the political science, so I guess I'll be more influential to the bureau, and gathering the information and disseminating it would be very useful for me to analyze the India strategic intelligence. And
Mhm.
I guess I'll be serving the nation from a clear front as I'm doing now. And I guess I'll be more than fortunate if the bureau selects me.
Thank you. Your interview is over.
Thank you,
Let's have
sir.
some feedback. Let's have some feedback now.
So,
What is your individual feedback? First, we'll take your self-assessment.
so my individual feedback, I'll say it was very average kind of an interview because I don't think I made all the answers. I didn't know many of the questions,
Mm-hmm.
including the international security and and also the regional security. So I think I didn't cross the bar to get selected, and I guess I have to improve in the internal security and the international security. As a student of BA Honors Political Science, I expected to have know about the international security more than anyone
Mm-hmm.
else. So it will create a very bad impact on the assessors that if I don't know about international relations and I'm posing in front
Mm-hmm.
of them.
No worries. It happens since it's your first interview after a long time. So
Yes, sir.
sometimes it happens also. Uh, I would suggest, first of all, you speak a little bit clearly. Your
Yes,
articulation
sir.
is fine. You can be a little more clear and articulate in your expression. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Coming to the last question, when I ask you why IB, why we should take you, don't
No, sir.
mention that I have done this, some education or something. Give your own personal pedigree. Why should we take you? Don't take the help of your education or something, I would suggest. You should
Okay.
mention that I have these skills, I am analytical, I am this, I'm that. That should not draw from your bachelor's degree or your master's degree. That should
Yes, sir.
draw from your own personal acumen. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Apart from that, I think in one of the questions when I asked about Dead Sea, you mentioned
Yes,
I
sir.
guess. Never mention I guess. You're not
Yes, sir.
guessing in the interview, okay?
Yes, sir.
You're not
So I have
using the
mentioned in quite a few questions. I have mentioned the
yeah,
same
this
two.
I guess you should not say I guess. It's very
All,
it's a
also, sir,
total no no.
also, sir, I mentioned in one of the questions. So I was refraining from that, but
You
I
should
tried
one can abstain. Also, when I asked about the Dead Sea density, it's high salt density, no? Very high
high salt
salinity,
density.
very high salinity there. And the location you should have known where it is located.
Yes, sir.
Also, Caspian Sea wala question was, I thought it will be easy for you to answer. That's why I asked. Suez Canal was decommissioned in 1956. That also
Yes,
you
sir.
were supposed to know. Houthis wala answer you gave decent answer. South Sudan answer was a little tough. I would rather say you did not answer. But Boko Haram, you should have answered. Boko Haram, it's a very popular militant group in the African
So
region.
you can.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then the mother of all insurgencies is the Naga insurgency. It clearly
Naga.
speaks that you haven't studied about the Northeast insurgency properly because it's a
Yes, sir.
very easy question, I would say. And when I asked about whether there is any military base in the Andamans, so India has only one tri-services command, and that is in the Andamans. That you should have known. That was very important.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. And NSCN factions, there are two factions, Isaac Muiva and Khaplang, that you also supposed to know. Then if we come to the NDFB, Nationalist Front of Borderland, for that you have this Ranjan Daimari faction and the couple of other factions. So you should know the names of 2, 3 factions. When asked
Yes,
about
sir.
major insurgent groups of the Northeast, first of all, you talk about NSCN, NSCN IM
Yes,
and
sir.
Khaplang, NSCN K. Then you talk about the ULFA, United Liberation Front of Assam Independent. Then you talk about the NDFB. These are the major ones. Then you talk about the KNO, about the Tripura, whatever things you're talking about. Okay.
Yes, sir.
First, mention the more important ones. So overall,
Yes,
I
sir.
don't think your articulation is fine, but I could see some knowledge gaps here and there. I'm sure you will revise your things and you'll be back on track.
Yes.
Hopefully, in the next interview, you will do very well. I'm hopeful of that. And don't bluff in the interview. When asked about
Yes, sir.
countries around Caspian Sea, you were like, you're not sure and you're speaking. When you're not sure,
Yes,
say
sir.
no. No, sir, I am unable to recall. Directly say that. Say with
Yes, sir.
confidence. Don't bluff. Because if you bluff, you will cut a very sorry figure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So any questions from your side?
So there's only one question. If you would rate me out of 10 about my interview, how would it
I
be?
am not, no, see, I am not rating you as of now. There is no rating. What I would
Okay.
suggest you are a good candidate.
Yes,
I
sir.
can see your articulation is okay. The only thing I find is you can speak a little bit more clearly and you
Yes, sir.
plug your knowledge gaps. Because of knowledge, I don't think you should miss out on the interview, right?
Yes, sir.
Plug your knowledge gaps, read a little bit widely about Northeast insurgency, about India's maritime security, about the West Asian crisis, about the geopolitics in general. Okay.
Yes, sir.
About
Yes, sir.
India's relation with its immediate neighborhood, India's relations with major countries, and what is
Right.
happening in the world. So these are the major issues they're going to ask.
Yes, sir.
So I don't think there should be a problem, but put in intensive effort for the. When is your next? When are you taking your next mock?
No, sir. I've only signed in for one mock only
I think
because the time was.
I advise you to take a couple of more mocks, and before the next mock, read widely. Read about
Okay, sir.
Northeast. Read about West Asian geopolitics,
Yes,
and
sir.
don't cram it. Internalize it.
Yes, sir.
Understand the problems. If I talk about the anything, you should be able to hit the nail on the head. Answer the most important thing first, and then move to the periphery. Okay.
Yes.
I did not touch many difficult topics today because I could see that there are certain areas where you need to read. So I kept the
Yes, sir.
interview. I tried to make it easy for you by asking a few easy questions, but maybe by chance you haven't read that. So
Yes,
that
sir.
is okay. That is okay. Perfectly fine.
Yes, sir.
So revise your things.
Yes, sir.
Hope to meet you with all the corrections in the next mock.
Yes, sir. Definitely, sir.
Okay. All the best.
Thank,
All the best. Good
thank you
luck.
so much, sir.
Good luck. Good luck. Don't worry. You'll be fine.